Thanks, Nikki. The NFL draft took place over the weekend and 4 Hawkeyes heard their names called. Former quarterback C.J. Beathard was the first Hawkeye picked up. He was drafted in the 3rd round by the San Francisco 49ers. And joining him is former tight end George Kittle, who ended up being a 5th-round pick. In the 4th round, former defensive tackle Jaleel Johnson was picked up by the Minnesota Vikings. And finally, former defensive back Desmond King was picked up in the 5th round by the Los Angeles Chargers. 4 other Hawkeyes were free agents, including former running back LaShawn Daniels, who was picked up by the New England Patriots, along with former offensive lineman Cole Croston. Wide receiver Riley McCarron will be going to the Houston Texans. And finally, former defensive back Greg Mabin will be heading down to Tampa Bay to be a Buccaneer. Now, with only 2 weeks of the semester left, that means the Hawkeye sports are coming to a close as well. The baseball team had its 2nd home series sweep of the season against Penn State this weekend. Lucy Rodine has more.
The Hawkeyes were scheduled to return to Big Ten play this weekend when they took on Penn State in what was supposed to be a 3-day series. However, Mother Nature had different plans. The inclement weather this weekend forced the Hawkeyes to play 3 games in just 27 hours.
Weather conditions were terrible all weekend. We fought all the way. Pitchers did a good job on the mound. Hitters stayed focused. It was a big series for us.
Game 1 took place Friday evening, and pitcher Nick Gallagher gave up only 2 runs to the Nittany Lions. At the plate, 3 different Hawkeyes scored runs, leading Iowa to take Game 1 4-2. Game 2 took place immediately after Game 1 with the first pitch at 10:30 p.m. Game 2 was all Iowa. The Hawks scored 8 runs behind a strong performance from Mitchell Bowe. Bowe was not the only one to step up at the plate. Freshman Grant Judkins hit his first home run as a Hawkeye at exactly 1 a.m. The hot-hitting night for the Hawks, accompanied with the strong performance from Ryan Erickson on the mound, helped Iowa cruise to an 8-2 victory.
Just real happy with the guys. I thought we toughed it out, showed some grit and some mental toughness tonight.
Game 3 was played Saturday evening. Despite the Hawks already having claimed the series, Penn State did not lighten up. The Nittany Lions scored the first run of the game in the 5th and held a 1-run lead until the 7th. Jake Adams hit his 16th home run of the season and ignited a scoring run for Iowa, with the Hawks hitting 4 runs in the 7th and 5 in the 8th, including an RBI from Matt Hoig that sent 3 Hawks home.
It was kind of a weird one because the guy missed the ball in left field, so I had to keep running. I was kind of anticipating just stopping at second, but it's always a good feeling to get a big hit and get runs to help the team win.
The Hawks won Game 3 9-1, sweeping the series. The Hawkeyes will hope for better weather when they take on Western Illinois on the road this Tuesday. Reporting for Iowa Baseball, this has been Lucy Rodine for Daily Iowan TV Sports.
After this weekend, Iowa is now tied for 3rd in conference standings. The softball team dropped their weekend series to Ohio State 2-1. They will travel to Des Moines on Tuesday to take on Drake at 6 p.m. The track and field team was successful at this weekend's Drake Relays in Des Moines. Will Severston has a report from a stormy few days in Des Moines.
The men's track and field team outlasted Big Ten and in-state rivals to claim the Hy-Vee Cup of this weekend's Drake Relays. The constant downpour of rain and 25-mile-per-hour winds of this week's Drake Relays provided the worst weather in the history of America's Athletic Classic.
Being like 3rd just behind one guy, I'm getting water in my face, so it's even hard to just catch your breath because when you take a breath in, you're getting water, so even on your face, it's just hard to concentrate really on what you're doing.
Joey Woody is encouraged by this weekend's performance against Big Ten rivals.
I mean, everybody's preparing these next couple of weeks. This is always good to go head-to-head, and whenever you beat competition head-to-head, you get a little bit of an edge. And so every time we step on the track, if it's Ohio State, Illinois, Wisconsin, it doesn't matter, Minnesota, we want to go beat the Big Ten competition. If we're beating the Big Ten competition, we're going to be performing really well.
The Hawkeyes were happy to see so much support in the 38-degree weather.
If you have people cheering for you, it makes me want to run that much harder, like run for your team, compete well for your teammates, and it's part of being a track athlete.
I mean, this year transferring out, I was really looking forward to this race, and even though it was terrible conditions, it was awesome because I was like running down and doing strides down the home stretch, and there were people saying, let's go Hawks, let's go Iowa, and people I don't even know, and so it was really exciting to see the support that the state gives for the local teams.
Up next for the Hawkeyes are the Big Ten Championships. Reporting from Drake University, this is Will Silverstein, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
It was a great and wet performance for the Hawkeyes, but it was a weekend they'll never forget. As for other Hawkeye sports that were active over the weekend, the number 11 rowing team ended their regular season competition on Saturday, beating number 15 Syracuse. The Hawks will head to Indianapolis for the Big Ten Championships on May 14th. The men's golf team tied for 4th at the Big Ten Championships, posting a 54-hole total of 858. The NCAA Men's Golf Championship Selection Show will air Thursday at 11 a.m. on the Golf Channel, where the Hawks will learn their NCAA tournament fate. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for more from the Drake Relays, and we'll introduce to you the voice of Iowa baseball. Nikki, back to you.